I go hold your waist. Come on. I go hold your body, fellow Nigerians. I no go let you go. Ha ha. When victory is intoxicating, it makes you so happy. It unites, it heals, it brings us together. And then that unity that we're looking for somewhere else, it comes in there and then bam, it happens. I'm Ken Ochonogo. It is Channel Sport on Sunday. The Super Eagles of Nigeria are into, yes, the last 8, the quarterfinals of AFCON, right there in Cote d'Ivoire, 2024, 1984. What is it? It's not about 1984. I think George Orwell. 1984. We were there. And then this is 2024. We are back there. We see, life is about improvement. In 84, we got silver. We got to the finals and we got beaten. And those who beat us were those who just beat. Those who just sent out yesterday. So we are burying the ghost of 84. Right now, it is to move on to 2024. We'll be moving to 2024. That is what is going to be. So today we are going to talk a lot of, about the AFCON. We're going to talk a lot about the AFCON. That is what we are going to do today. We'll open the lines for you guys to join the show. And apart from you guys joining the show, let me see if it's possible to pick your brain. I won't be asking because the road is a bit. We are just there, quarterfinals. If we do win this in the quarterfinals, then we'll move into the semifinals. Then after we'll go into the finals. So there are about 3. Angola, we know who are going to meet in the quarterfinals anyway. So that is it. And then right there in Australia today, it will be. I don't know. Have they started? I'm supposed to know if they've started because. Zverev, the great Alexander. Oh no, Medvedev did cut that shot. So today it will be Medvedev taking on Sinner. How can somebody's name be Sinner? I mean, I don't know. Sinner the poet. No, are you Sinner the poet? No, this is the Sinner. The Sinner, the Italian, the first Italian to play at the Australian Open. Trying to get to the finals of the Aussie Open. So today he has sent out the man who has won 33 matches in a row, the man who has won 4 out of the 5 last Grand Slam in Australia. He didn't win the 5th one because they bundled him out of Australia because of COVID. So everybody thought that yes, Novak, the Joker Djokovic, was invisible, but then it did happen. And right now, it is Sinner that we're taking on Medvedev. But yesterday, it was Sabalenka that took out Sheng. Oh no, sometimes you pity this, athletes, you don't know what they go to psychologically, get straight to the final, trying to repeat what happened in 2014. Yes, in 2014, there was Lina who did it for China and for the Asians, the first Asian to do so. But right now, yesterday, it was not to be for Shembe. She played to her first, her maiden Grand Slam final. And I think that there are lessons to be learned from there. And I hope there are positives so that when she comes back, we're talking about something bigger than that. Coco was out there, sent home, earlier on. So that kind of killed the dreams for most of us. So moving out of there, and then like a thunder out of the blues, boom, Klopp. He says, "I don't feel the energy anymore. I don't feel it anymore. I'm leaving by the end of the season." Shocker, shock waves, earthquake everywhere. Think of it. And 24 hours later in Barcelona, it was Xavi that says, not just I'm leaving at the end of the season. He said, "I'm leaving by the 30th of June." These things just come in there. And while Nigeria was playing Cameroon, also there is a Cameroonian coach in England, who caught the attention of the whole world, George Ekolobi. So we'll look at that. But then Sisi is here, and there is no better place to start than Ademola Lookman. Twice. But then there was a Trojan, there was a workhorse, there was a warrior, Sisi.
Yeah, and the warrior was Victor Osimhen. I mean, he was everywhere. I mean, I read Olise's tweet where the first 45 minutes, he said, he no be African Player of the Year for nothing.
For nothing.
And that was the first 45 minutes. Just imagine what we were expecting. And people have been talking about Victor Osimhen isn't scoring, but no one is actually looking at his work rate. I remember Joseph Pesero was saying before the game, his press conference before the game, when a journalist asked him right there in Cameroon, Abidjan, that he should drop Osimhen because he wants goals. He told the lady, he told the lady, and look, he doesn't understand the role that Osimhen plays in that squad. And then after the game, he mentioned that I hope the person who asked that question understands what Osimhen can do. He may not score, but then his contribution, and if you check all the games we've played so far, all the goals, he has an impact in the equalizer against Equatorial Guinea in our opening game. The second one, which he was the one who initiated that penalty that Truth Ekong scored. And of course, the third one that was the pressure. Goal, it was the pressure on the defense line that got the goal. The 3 goals we scored at the group stage, he was involved in all of them. 2, and of course 1 that he scored. And what happened against Cameroon? He was more like a warrior. He was tireless. He was everywhere. He was everything for Nigeria. The first goal that Ademola Lookman scored, it was out of nothing. I mean, he could have let it go. He wouldn't have hustled. The slogan for this year is no grief for anybody. I mean, he did that. I mean,
he's now calling him no grief for anybody.
He emphasizes that when he took on that defender, and then he ensured that he passed the ball tirelessly down to Ademola Lookman. Ademola Lookman did not miss anything, and he scored the goal. So even the first one that was scored, which was disallowed, where the Cameroonian player was inside the box, and the goalkeeper was already out. I know there was actually a player there, and they said, okay, that's the new rule of VAR, so you had to rule it out. He was also involved in it for every time, and the menace he became, to defenders. I mean, I believe defenders are scared of him now, and tirelessly, even with all the knocks he was getting. I mean, he was put down, he was shoved, he was everything. So Osimhen was actually everywhere. I mean, he would have been my man of the match. Yes, Ademola Lookman scored 2 goals, a fine, perfect man of the match. But I think Victor Osimhen deserved that in his performance on that day. And Joseph Pesero, give it to him. Yes, we've been criticizing him all this way. But I think when a coach discovered that when something is not working for you, change it. And if it's working, then keep to it, and that is the reason he kept to that formation he's currently playing now, having 5 defenders on the field of play, and which is actually helping. Yes, it will.
That is when you attack, you have 3, and when you defend, you have 5.
You have 5. So which is better for him. So that is working well for him, and that's the role that he's playing. And people have also been criticizing Moses Simon. I was one of those who felt, what's Moses Simon doing on the field of play? I discovered that Moses Simon defend. Yes, his passes might be awful, his crosses may not be spot on 100%, but his role, tracking back and defend the ball is also something that is working for Pesero. Maybe that is why he's sticking with someone like Moses Simon.
Okay, when Catalan comes in, I know, because yesterday Moses Simon was, I think, his performance anyway. But then he's just Siga has been talking about the one and only Portuguese imports. Let's hear from Pesero. Let's hear, because when the horse is there, let's hear from the horse.
He did a fantastic game. It's not easy. Stop that guy. Ask a defender's opponent. Ask them. Ask them what they suffer. What they suffer. They pressure. They win the ball. The first ball. He create the goal.
Yeah, it was a big performance from the team. We fought well from the first minute to the 100th minute. All-round team performance, and we were strong. So on to the next game.
Ademola Olajide. He has a lot of that name too, but then Lookman, I think I will remember the other ones.
Let's stick with the one that is popular.
I will remember the other. Ayola is there.
Is the twin terror of Victor Osimhen. You have 2 terrors in the team.
That is the man of the match. Voted for by the experts. 2 goals, like what Sisi said. If we are asked to vote, probably our choice would have been different. But 2 significant strikes is enough. That is what won us, the game. Because even if Osimhen, in battle, how he hustled in face of every did, and Ademola Lookman did not put into the net. It would have been an effort in futility. So that is the thing. So there he is. But then let's take a minute to look at this young man, Ademola Lookman. Ademola Lookman in 2017, Nigeria approached Ademola Lookman because he was the part of the under-20 team of England that went on to win the World Cup. So Nigeria approached him and said, "Can you play for Nigeria?" The man said, "No, I'm not playing." In 2018, Nigeria went back to Ademola Lookman again and said, it was Raw that went first. The leader, the head of the federation, the chairman, went there to come meet him and said, "Lookman, can you come for Nigeria?" He said, "I'm not playing." Then 2018 again, Nigeria went again for the third time. Then Gareth Southgate told him, "Look, you are part of my plan to play for England. And as long as that window is still opening, I'm not playing for Nigeria." So three times, the cock crowd thrice. And Ademola said, "I am not playing for Nigeria." But then we kept on, the FA, everybody kept on talking to him. And then in 2022, they convinced him and he wrote to FIFA, "I want to play for Nigeria." Then on the 10th of February, remember it was 10th of February 2013 that we won that AFCON in South Africa. On the 10th of February 2022, Ademola Lookman Omowale said, "I'm coming home." And then he said, "I'm playing for Nigeria." FIFA approved it. FIFA signed on that date that today you play for Nigeria. Yes, it is now history. He's happy. Nigeria is happy. Africa is happy. And he's Mr. Braces. He scores a brace. In fact, this man scored 3 braces in a row in Italy. In Italy. Against Salernitana, against Spezia, against Juve. In a row. Three consecutive games he scored brace. So this one is called Cameroon. When he starts another brace will be against Angola.
Another brace against...
No, I want him to score the last brace in the final. So maybe you score 4 now.
We'll keep the last braces.
So that is the story of FPCC. That is the thing
I was one of those that was really upset when we keep asking him to play for Nigeria. Why are you begging him? He's going to wait until the window of England is closed. And it was when it was closed, he felt, okay, you know what? I need to go to the World Cup. I need to play for a country. I need to play continental football. I need to play for world football. And he felt, okay, whereas than my fatherland, Nigeria. But I felt, when you really want to play for a country, I understand him perfectly well. England groomed him. England made him who he is today. So he needs that that dedication to a country that actually groomed him. At the youth level, under 17, under 19, under 23. So he needed that. I believe if we had approached Ademola Lookman earlier on, maybe on the 17 level, then that would have been easier. But hey, he's been playing. You didn't
play he played under 20, under 21, under 23. He even played under 23. Because against I think it's under 20 that he scored 2 goals. He scored a brace against Costa Rica. He scored a brace against Costa Rica. So the man is Mr. Brace.
So he's been there. But I'm happy that he's not playing for Nigeria. And of course, he understands what it means to play. Olise and the likes have been talking about we need hunger. They need to understand what it means. That mentality, they need to change it. I believe maybe, I don't know, I listened to the sports minister, it was on a Zoom call to the players earlier on Friday. Maybe that must have been the motivation when the minister was saying that the president isn't really happy with their performance. He's been watching their game. And the captain, Ahmed Musa, said, okay, that they want the president to come to Côte d'Ivoire. And then the minister said, okay, he will tell the president to come to Côte d'Ivoire. And the only way he can go there is if they reach the final. Maybe they have to talk to themselves. You know what? We can do this. Because we know the Super Eagles. We know the strength. We know what they can do if they are ready to play and they are hungry enough. And the hunger, we saw it all last night.
I remember you just reminded me of that call. I'll go back to 1994. 1994 before the finals, where our President Abacha then, was talking to the, calling them and speaking with them one after the other. And I remember his conversation there. He spoke in Hausa when he spoke with Rashid Yekini, and telling them that they must come back with I wish you can get those videos. And, Yekini spoke back, both of them, they conversed in Hausa, himself and President Abacha. He was in the State House calling them right there. We're in Tunisia. That was in 2000. That is in 1994. And I think that's kind of when your president calls you and say, go and do this for fatherland. Go there and do it. You have warriors on the pitch. But I dey fear to praise this Eagles. So anyway,
okay, yeah, the fear.
I shouldn't be afraid. I mean, shouldn't be shaking because of Mabali. I don't know.
I think we should be, because I mean, it's a knee injury. If we can see the pictures, when the way he was attacked, it was pulled down and he fell down. It was on his knee. He couldn't even stand up. So before the medical team had to come up, and the other players came to his rescue and all that, before he was put out in the stretcher, and it was stretchered out. This is the way he was lying down. So it shows that it's not just a normal. I think it's a knee injury. And then the coach was talking this morning that he doesn't really know. They need to wait 24 or 48 hours to know, diagnosis. But I'm happy we're going to be playing on Friday, so we still have like 5 days, before the game.
He will get well.
But I love what Truth Ekong did. Immediately he left and Zor was brought in, the defense was tighter. Whatever ball that was coming,
don't let it.
He didn't get it. He didn't see the face. If you check all the pictures that were snapped, you wouldn't see the face of Uzor. You only saw him when he was entering the field.
Yes.
But all through before the end of the match, when this guy was taken at 71st minute, we did not even see Uzor. So the defenders understood what they needed to do, and the coach also brought in Kenneth Omeru, and I was happy with that, because you have to take out Zaidu Sanusi, who already had a card.
He wasn't having a good day.
He wasn't at all. He was the weak link that we had at the team. He had to take him out. Brought in Kenneth. When I saw Kenneth Omeru, True Stekong, I was like, okay, there's no way these guys will equalize with that formation we're playing. I think give it to Joseph Pesero. He understands his players now. You have this. You don't have the midfield. There's no point forming two midfield. Play with your defenders. Play with your frontmen, and you get your results. And that's what he's getting right now.
I like CC when CC talks tactics. You understand? And I think CC, we are still, what we are going to do is that we are going to second you. If Falconet is, I think we start.
I cannot be a coach because there are players that I would never invite to play.
Okay, all right. Let's hear from Pesero now. Let's hear from Pesero. Let's hear him what he says about the injury to Stanley, the stainless one, Wabale.
It's impossible to evaluate immediately the situation. Need 24, 48 hours for what happened. His enthusiasm, he told me, Miss, I recover for next match. But sure, if you cannot, you go to play the goalkeeper. You play the 11 players. I believe in all my players, but I would like which he recover. I think in this moment, all the teams can win this tournament. I want to win, but the level is not being different. The level. Angola, okay, the name is not Angola, but didn't win one time the AFCON. But he showed very good performance. He showed until now very good performance. For me, I don't know what the people in Nigeria think. For me, maximum responsibility. If you want to beat, Angola, must do our best, like today.
Okay, you're welcome back. It is the Channel Sport on Sunday, and then that is it. He's talking about the injury. We're playing Angola. We are playing Angola. Yes, we are playing Angola. I'm repeating it too. I'm playing Angola. That is on Friday. Catalan is in the house. Theophilus Agbola, how are you?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm happy. You can say I'm happy. I'm smiling.
Yeah.
Yes, for obvious reasons. I've been hearing Coach Sisi talk all along. But I need to point out what she said about the fact when the moment Uzor was coming in and Abubakar was coming in at the same time, I wouldn't like my heart.
Your heart skipped.
Yeah, but you could see what Lisa talked about 2 weeks ago here about how you're being able to rally the troops as the captain. And we saw Trostekong yesterday, and he was magnificent. The way they kept on clearing the balls, no ball touched the ground in his front, clearing it into Rosie. I was one of the very few people that, let me not say few, I cried quite a lot about Chile, that didn't believe in this team, truth be told.
Okay.
But I'm this kind of person. My respect has to be as loud as my disrespect. And if we can go on to win this, my hair, I'll do like with Oshimezo. On this show.
I think it was Serbia, and when they were playing that Davis Cup, that Davis Cup final, and the coach of the Serbian national team, the tennis team, said if they win the Davis Cup and become the world champions, that he will shave his hair. Serbia went on to win it, and right there on the court, the players brought a clipper and shaved his hair off. Now the president of the I think it was the president of the Serbian Tennis Federation. The president of the Tennis Federation. They shaved his hair off when the Serbs
we just have to give it to this team. And like you rightly put it, Shime might have not been scoring goals aplenty, but every single person on the continent has seen the effort that young man has put into playing for the Super Eagles. And it might be just banter, but somebody came on X app yesterday and said this was someone that sold pure water in Lagos.
Yes.
And he was always running up and down. Okay, trust him to run on the pitch as well. But it might sound like a joke.
No.
My God, I was super impressed. The hunger was just out of this world.
Let me tell you this. The Kenyans and some of the East Africans, and when people look at them and say, why do they run long distance? So why did they do very well? Now, here in Lagos, I mean, every 10 kilometers or every 3 kilometers or 2 kilometers, you are going to see a school where you are going to go to. You just leave your house until you walk to school. You understand? Now, their schools are paced. Some 20, some, about 1 hour or 2 hours to school. And the landscape is on the hill, you go up and you come down. So when they carry their school bags and leave home in the morning, they are running to school. And while running, when you are climbing, have you ever ascend on a bicycle?
Yes.
Not even just on your own.
Yeah.
You understand? Because when they do this endurance training, you go to the national stadium, you see them climbing the steps. But when you ride a bicycle or you run, and then you are ascending a hill, now that time you're going to say Kakino Bileda. I'm telling you this. So you see them doing that up and down, up and down. So when they come around with you on a flat surface,
no contest.
It is a no contest because that energy that they've been using in going up, then when they now use it on the straight, forget it. You are nowhere. So it is part of that natural training, what the environment, what has given them as an advantage. It is an advantage while going to school. But what did I compete against the rest of the world? You understand? When you are in Lagos, where you won't climb. Anyway, so that is exactly what we are looking at here. I think want to go on a very short break. When we come back from that break, we are going to open the lines so that you guys at home will join us. It's been long that we have this conversation and tell us your dreams of the AFCON, how far you think the teams have gone, which area it is our strength. Don't be shaky about the goalkeeper. I think Mwabale will go back. Then I was all active when he came yesterday, but he didn't concede. So probably there is hope on the horizon. Let's go on that short break. We'll be right back. You're welcome back. Right now it is hot. It is hot in Melbourne. 2 sets apiece. Sinner, this is his first Grand Slam final. Mayweather have lost 2 and won 1. He won the US in the US. But here they've been beating him. So that experience counts. But somebody said the most informed tennis player right now is Yannick Sinner. But Medvedev did that tenacity, that endurance, what he did to Zverev, taking him, coming back from 2 sets, tells you that, man, the mental toughness of this player is something else. And you see that languidness in him that, you think he's not there, but right there, he's going with you and calling the shots. So let's see, is this going to Russia? Or is it going to Italy? Will Italy win their first Grand Slam right there in Melbourne? So we're giving you the update right now. It is 2 sets apiece.
6-3, 6-3, 6-4, 6-4.
All right, 6-3, 6-3, 6-4, 6-4. But then the decider, after this one, there won't be any set. So that is where it is now. And then we did talk about, let's just take a little bit and talk about, because we're talking tennis. Okay.
We'll go back to tennis later.
We'll go back to tennis later, according to CC. This is okay. Let's...
I mean, we have, the highest goal scorer. Sometimes when you look at the tournament, you think the stars, Mo Salah is injured, he's out now. Yeah. So he's been ruled out. I'm not sure he's going to come back.
I think he will come back.
That's if Egypt gets to the final. But with the way the Egyptians are playing, I'm not sure they're going to get to the finals.
The way that
they haven't won a game. Remember?
Calm down.
Three draws. 3 points. Considered 6 goals. Scored 6.
Did you check when Portugal won the European Championship? Did they win anyone?
Portugal had they had a Cristiano Ronaldo.
They couldn't win. They qualified as third.
May not have played the final. But then now Mo Salah has gone back to Egypt. Let's see what they can do without Mo Salah. But the thing is, this Nations Cup is for the
player at the tournament has been Emma Shaw. And in training, he attempted a backflip and hit his head and suffered a concussion.
And he's out.
And for the next 7 days, he has to be evaluated. So except they make it through to the next round.
Okay. I see you were saying something.
So I would say no, but you have a player in the person of Emilio Nsue, who happens Equatorial Guinea, has scored 5 goals so far in the tournament. And then you look at a player like that, the way he had decided to outshine, outshone everybody, and you're like, okay, where will Equatorial Guinea get to? That's why I was happy. And when we had a draw against them, we should be happy that we had a draw against that team because they've scored 9 goals, considered just 1. And that's a team.
Okay, so let's look at the results and also look at I'll hear from Nsue because his versatility. Sometimes they will say he's playing for a fullback for his team and then he is scoring.
Intercity, the first division in Spain.
He is scoring here, but his story is a long story. He wasn't Middlesbrough, he was in England, and then he has played it all. I think he's 34 now. He's 34 now. So and then I think he's having his best tournament ever. So let's look at the results and also hear from Nsue on how right now. Remember that there are a lot of AFCONs that the top scorers has been 3 goals. 3 goals. But right now he has scored 5.
5 already.
Yeah. So let's look at the scores first and see and hear from him.
For me, always my ambition, my mentality is to play against the best players. So for me, it's perfect. But to be honest, I don't think too much about that. I think that we have a big final. We know we cannot lose. We are going to give everything we have. And personally, of course, I will fight for score goals because I know and I think I am very close to get the top scorer if I score 1 or 2 more goals. So imagine, I am very focused to try to score, to try to help to my national team. And of course, the most important thing for us is to win and to pass to the quarterfinal. You see, we don't have any pressure. Just we are thinking step by step, game by game, and this is our target. Because we know we are a small national team and also we know that on the pitch everything can happen as we saw now, and just to continue with our best, to train our best, to be happy and to enjoy on the pitch. At the end, I think the most important and the strong point that we have is the group, because we are playing almost 8-9 years together. So we are brothers, we call each other brothers, we have family, even out of football we meet. Even if we live in different cities, so we have a family here, and after I think on the pitch everyone can show that we run for each other, we help each other. I think in football now is the most important thing, and also we have quality. We don't have any superstar, but as a group I think we are the stronger group in all Africa, and for that reason, as I said to you before, we are now is the 2nd year that we didn't lose any game. So it means that we are working very well, we are doing right things, just to keep going, to continue in the same way, to working, to be humble, and to enjoy that. For me and for all my teammates are the most important thing. To be honest, everyone talked to me about the age, 34, but for me my hero is Cristiano Ronaldo, that is older than me. Me, I care a lot of my body, I care too much about everything, I like to eat healthy. So for me, I don't think it's going to be the last one, because I feel better than when I was 20 years old. And I am slow, but I have more experience, and I think the experience is a stronger point.
We don't have any superstar. We are stronger as a team. Humble. We've not lost a game in 2 years, which means we are doing something right. As a team, we are the strongest on the continent. And what he just said here about is, of course, he's slow, but the experience, and that is what Roger Millet said. when they asked him, after the 1994, they called him back in 1990 World Cup, brought him back again in 1994. And then the old man said, right now, football is 30% strength, 70% your head. And that is what Nsue is telling us here. That I'm better than I was 20 years ago. Because right now there is experience. You want to conserve that strength and when to conserve that energy, I want to use it. The lines will be open right now. So you guys can call us. Remember, of course, we'll be starting the show in this quarter 15 minutes. I mean, we normally start 12:15, but now we're starting 12:30. So those of you who will wait for it, I know the show is no longer going on. No, the show is on. The show is on. And then that is what you will be getting. So we give you fast pace and, do all that. I don't want to start with club first. I wanted to start with your club first. Okay, let me start with club. Let me go to Sisi. Sisi, where you received the news that you're going club? When you had him, I was just flipping through Twitter, I saw Fabrizio Romano and said you're going, and then the next thing I went to and there was the guy talking.
I was watching Sky Sport at home, 11 a.m.
Yeah.
I mean, that was him saw breaking news. I'm like, okay, what's happening again? And then I saw Klopp. I'm like, why? I mean, I was shocked. Really. Because this majors, they may win 4 titles this season. They're in the running for yes, they're playing Europa League, fine. But they're playing in the running for that trophy.
Yeah,
there's the FA Cup. Yeah. There's the Carabao Cup. They are 5 points clear in the Premier League. So when you have all this, you think, okay, he may just want to stay to the end of the season. I felt, he may just want to, maybe after winning this, he will stay more.
Yeah.
8.5 years, 7 trophies, 6 major of it.
Sometimes you see where either a player or a manager is a fan.
Yeah.
I think right now Liverpool, runs in his blood.
Definitely.
You understand? You can see that.
Yeah.
And when Mourinho came to England, and he has open check to buy any player buyable, he collected Ashley Cole. He brought in a lot of this. Okay, hello, Sunday. All right. Sunday, please do call back. So he got, so what I'm trying to do is that he now went to Steven Gerrard. They discussed with Gerrard. They agreed on terms, and it was time for Gerrard to announce that I am leaving Liverpool. I am moving to Chelsea. And the young man break down.
Yeah.
He break down, and he said, I can't play for any other team in England.
Yes.
I can't play against Liverpool because he's first a fan. He was first a fan before he became a player.
Yeah.
So such players, such managers, I mean, you now that takes us to where I'm coming from now.
Yeah.
Xavi.
Hernandez.
He says the same energy. He said I don't have that energy. But I am a fan of this club.
Yes.
So what is your take? Sorry, I just want to cut you off because we have Gabriel. Gabriel is reaching us from Lagos here. Hello, Gabriel.
Good afternoon. I just want to talk about you.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, there is a particular player. Saidu, but each time he's in the national team, he plays as if he's afraid. He plays as if even control pass, simple pass he cannot make. Yesterday was worse. Have good pass, then to cross that perfect cross, you will lose sense of it. You will not be able to make any perfect pass.
Okay.
Several times in the photo, FC photo, he's a workaholic. Like he's afraid to play. Thank you.
All right. Okay. NJ Gabriel, he says, Zaidu plays turbocharged and with pinpoint accuracy when he's there with FC Porto. But coming to play for the Super Eagles, he has not seen that much of energy. Anyway, before you talk on this, you were talking about on Xavi.
All right. So, and Amunike made a statement. He said one of the hardest or the toughest clubs to coach in the world is FC Barcelona because of the pressure the fans. The pressure that Xavi was very, very. He stated it at the press conference after the game where Barca lost to Villarreal 5-3, saying that he feels he has done his best, but on the 30th of June, that will be his last day as the coach of FC Barcelona, because the club comes first, and he doesn't think he can give the club anything anymore. Even during his playing days, Xavi was one of the worst places to play where the fans turn against you is Barcelona, because when the crowd turn against you...
Sorry, let me cut you again.
Yeah?
Are you sure this decision was not taken on the spur of the moment? Because it came after that loss.
5-3 loss.
After that loss to
Villarreal. Xavi has been speaking about pressure all through the season.
Okay.
And even before that game, he said if he feels that he cannot take the club to where he feels they deserve to be, he would step down. He would leave. And a lot of Barca fans are grateful because he came at a time where Barca were more like at their lowest. He took the club from 9th place to 2nd place. He went on to win in his first half season when he joined. His first full season at the club, he went on to win the league and the Super Copa. But so far this season, Barca have struggled in games that they should go on to win. You've seen them literally struggle to even string passes together. Yes, we've had off the pitch issues that the club have had to resolve, all of that. But on the pitch, he's not been able to rally the team together. You know, when you are relying on players like Kubasi, who is 16 years old, Gavi, who is 18 years old, Baldi is 18, Pedri is 21. They're relying on children, basically to win games.
Gundogan came in, Cancelo came in.
Yes.
So, I mean, what are we saying here?
Even
How
though
many
they have
players
come
came in here? How many?
Quite a number of them actually came into the club. But even at that, the core of the team, it's those children. They still have they're still ones that still come out to play.
Your Felix is there.
Your Felix is there. We don't even know your Felix to stay beyond this
but I'm talking about this. Some quality, experienced players came in.
My point exactly.
So what is really the problem?
He's not been able to get them to play as a unit,
play
as a team. Everybody knows that the hardest worker in Barcelona is Gavi. You see him in the middle, you see him at the back, you see him in front. It's literally everywhere. You know, and having at the point, I think that was the game. I think it was against Almeria, where they had 2 16-year-olds on the pitch.
On the field. 2
16-year-olds in an away game. Ken, so you know that there's a lot wrong with FC Barcelona at the moment, and if not for the fact that Madrid have not just been able to suffer injuries of their own, but I feel they should have been running away with this league title by now. But somehow Girona has put up a fight. Girona is another club in Catalonia, and somehow it's not Barca making the news in Catalonia.
So that the better team in Catalonia, the best in Catalonia now is Girona.
At the moment, yes. No. I mean,
why qualify it? So the best team. That's why to pick the best team in Catalonia now. You pick Girona.
Surprisingly, and you made something talking going back to Klopp.
Yeah.
I think him announcing this now because he said he's talked to the bodies already. The board have been aware since November. But him announcing it now, I think they could just go on and win almost everything.
Or capitulate.
Or capitulate. That's the case, maybe, you know. But at the end of the day, I laud him for his loyalty to Liverpool. Coming out to say he would not coach, but he won't coach any other team in England. We saw some managers that gone left and right.
Don't be afraid, though. Okay. Let me. I want us. Can we get the results of the FA Cup? The FA Cup in England, the oldest competition in the world, because. Why we're talking about Xavi and we're talking about that? Okay, all right.
That first result scared me because Maidstone is like I think the 4th division or so, may not be a switch down.
They are in the 5th.
That's why it's
tier. You understand? Of English league, that is Maidstone. Are going to beat Ipswich
at home.
But the story about this is not just about the club. It is the story of the manager, because while Nigeria was playing Cameroon yesterday, before then, Maidstone was playing Ipswich. Maidstone is being managed by George Ekolobi. George Ekolobi is a Cameroonian, who has played in England. And then, so by the time, he finished his playing career, this is his first, job he's taken in. There's been call for Song, Rigobert Song to be sacked all this while. They've been called for even Eto to go, initially until their last game that made them to qualify. That's what is happening here. So you can see the irony that yes, here is George Ekolobi, going, coming with a team. In fact, Maidstone, their ground, they have a 4,200 seater stadium. and then 793 seater, you know, that seats. Only 793 covered that have seats. The rest are standing in their stadium of 4,200, the capacity 4,002, and they go on to this. This is Ipswich. This is Philly played for this club.
Yeah, the beauty of the FA Cup. And then you see Luton Town going to beat Everton.
Okay, let's go to K2 because Shego is reaching us from K2. Hello, Shego. How are you?
Ken, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, PC and the other gentlemen.
Good afternoon.
Well, congratulations to the Super Eagles. Angola is going to be a different ball game altogether.
Entirely.
I just wish the Super Eagles good luck. I hope that we will be able to be up front. The defense has been able to shield our goalkeeper. It's not been truly tested. But like I said, we wish them all the best.
Shego, your confidence, where your confidence lies, is your confidence not in Uzoho? Is your confidence on Uzoho? Shego, are you still there? I think Shego has dropped. Okay, all right. Okay, Shego has dropped. So that's the thing. And he says, but look, let's look at that other side. Yeah. The side that we are coming from. Forget the other side, though. Because if we are playing Angola at the quarterfinals, in order to get to the final, well, there is Cape Verde playing Mauritania, and there is Morocco playing South Africa. Morocco and Cape Verde, to me, maybe at Senegal, have played, you know, maybe Equatorial Guinea and probably some the kind of football that you know, when you say that they play for you, put for your head, you understand? Your mind, you won't play this. This is that they said they want to play for. You understand? So, how do you see our half panning out if we're probably if we I want to talk about the 1998 where we've not played Denmark. We're talking about playing Brazil, but then we must looking at it to say our road to final. Okay, sorry, Nuruddin is on the line. Let's take Nuruddin first. Hello, Nuruddin. Nuruddin, how are you? Nuruddin, how are you? Yeah, how are you?
Good morning.
Good afternoon. Check your time. Now Lagos you do, Nuruddin.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. How are you doing?
The only problem I have with Nigerian benches, the Uzo, the goalkeeper.
Okay.
Goalkeeper. It's the only problem I have. The whole players, they are all good.
Okay.
They are all good.
But if you have a good covering, you're afraid of Uzo. You're afraid of Uzo being in goal.
That's being the goalkeeper, yes.
Okay. But
the mistake he has made.
Okay. Your fear is we having Uzo man the post for us. Okay, Nuruddin. Let me ask the experts there in the house. He said he had his heart in his when Uzo want to come in, and somebody said nothing has united Nigeria more in fear than when Mali was down. And Nigerians, you guys are, I'm sorry, I'm going to say this on you guys are not terrible, but sometimes some of us are terrible the way we say things. Just the way we say things, don't we ourselves? I mean, how can somebody conceive of such thing that we are united in fear because, you know, whatever. So, I mean, but let's look at it. It is not that because the prognosis is not yet out. Yeah. They're still going to do the diagnosis, but and check the knee and see how far.
I hope it's not ACL.
Well, I don't. It's not going to be so. You know, it's going to be that.
Amen.
Maybe just a little. Sadiq Kumar. What happened to Sadiq Kumar? You know what I'm saying? Maybe just a little bruise.
No, that's different. The way he fell, the way he twisted.
It looked like the guy was out to get him.
He was out to get him. It was obvious. It was out because he had no business. You know, because he already caught the ball. He had no business running into him like that. And the way Stanley fell. I mean, the way he twisted.
Mo, go worry. So, what are you going to carry last? Hello, Ifeanyi.
Your brain is better.
Ifeanyi, how are you? Ifeanyi, are you there?
Yeah, very much there, yes.
Oh, yeah, now, let's hear you. Let's hear Ifeanyi.
Yes. Yeah, Ken, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Cecilia, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yes, I'm of the Super Eagles of Nigeria.
You didn't tell Theophilus, fine. You didn't tell Theo good afternoon. There are 3 people on this set.
Good afternoon.
Yes. Now you can go on.
Ken, to you, Ajay, yes.
Dele, go on.
Theophilus, good afternoon. Cecilia, good afternoon. Ken, good afternoon.
Okay. Would you say you should repeat it again?
Congratulations to the Super Eagles of Nigeria.
All right, yeah.
And then congratulations to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Congratulations to all Nigerians. In fact, since yesterday, my heart has been in the...
Okay.
We thought the Cameroonians how to play football. Let me tell you something, Ken.
Yeah, roll your mouth.
See, I'm not just looking at the winning. I'm looking at the unity, the kind of cohesion, the kind of bond that exists among all those boys. If you look at it, you sang a song, I will hold your waist to fellow Nigeria. I'm not going to let you go. Which means we're going to be together as a one united nation. That is to say, sir, with all due respect, that those boys show that, look, if our leaders can work, can capitalize on the unity we have whenever we're playing football into other phases, we can do better. Let me tell you, Ken, there were some Hausa friends, some Yoruba friends, Ijaw friends, Kanuri friends. At the end of the day, we were drinking beer together while the game was on. When Nigeria scored, in fact, some of them spend a lot of money buying beer for various sites who they don't know, all because Nigeria was today. President Tinubu should look at it. It's a source of unity. And with that, I know for sure, certainly not just only sports, economy, unity, and other related matters, Nigeria can be a better country. Congratulations to Nigeria. Against Angola, I tell you, yes, people are saying Angola. The ghost of disturbing us from going to the World Cup. I tell you, we will come, see, and conquer.
And conquer. And come back. Thank you very much, Ifeanyi. Thank you so much. Ifeanyi said football, of course, we all know that. Not just football, sports bring us together. All that is bring us together. Something, bottles brought them together, even on that table. After that one. So those things going on. Before he called, you were looking at
Wambali.
Yes.
I mean, the way he fell, we saw that, and he couldn't even stand up. I mean, after the whole thing, when he was stretched out, and then I don't know.
Yeah,
I felt
for the soul of himself.
Yeah, you know.
He called for the soul.
You understand? So if it was just a solo kneel, the way he rolled, like, let's just hope and let's pray for the best. Diagnosis, let's pray for the best. Maybe at the end of today, we should know, or maybe early hours of tomorrow.
We'll put him inside ice. See, you remember how Rooney was healed? Like, you know, I think it was the ACA when they were to the 2006 World Cup. When they have written him off.
Yeah, he may just get back into it. I mean, he's still young.
Let's go to Port Harcourt because we have Coach Stevens, you know, there. Coachy.
Yes.
How are you? How is Port Harcourt? How is Port Harcourt?
Port Harcourt is good.
Okay. All right, Coach Stevens, let's hear you. Go on.
I want to talk about the Super Eagles game yesterday.
All right.
I can tell you, heart out. I'm beginning to see the Super Eagles of 1994 that we were all proud of. I mean, I don't want to give the credit to one particular person, but I must tell you, Osimhen was everywhere. He was everywhere. He played like he's playing for his fatherland. For the first time, we have seen a department that you can say that they weren't, up on their game. The defense were tight. You can see there was no shot from the Cameroonians, not even a single shot on target, whereas they could have fought, 4. And then they converted to. Secondly, the midfield was like, as if there was a barbed wire, it was that tight. And then the strikers, my God, we are beginning to see the team of our dream. If only this team can be together for the next 1 year, my brother, just bring on any other team. If they can be this dedicated, playing like they are playing for their fatherland indeed, the spirit is there. Surprised if they take this, AFCON Cup.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. So the spirit is there. The boys are united. And then probably, I know that we're going to show you that clip again before we close. in a way of the Eagles celebrating. See why are you looking at me now? The way they're celebrating.
No, you know, we talked about the Super Eagles, that if Super Eagles play the way they want to play and the way they are, they can win this title. That's what we talked about on the show. And then the laziness, they started off, you know, in the first game, and then the second game they came to the party, and the third game they went back. But this one, they understand the cries and everything from Nigeria. They didn't have a choice than just to play. And we know if they play, they will win because they've got the quality.
Okay, we're hearing that in Australia, Yannick Sinner is 4-2 up in the deciding set against Daniel. You know, that's 5-2. It's 5-2, Daniel. So I think the way we are seeing it too, I think Sisi already celebrating. Sisi, let it end first before you celebrate.
It's 5-2.
Yes.
And then who is 7? Okay, Medvedev is 7.
I mean, there have been some broken service before you get to that. So let's look at Arina Sabalenka winning her second Aussie Open yesterday.
You know, it was written in the stars for her. How do you run through a tournament without dropping a set? I mean, at least she took out Coco Gauff. I knew that, okay, she was going to win. And when Iga Swiatek left, I mean, when she was also, you know, taken out of the tournament, it was obvious that either it's going to be Sabalenka retaining or maybe Coco Gauff winning her first title in Melbourne. But Sabalenka just took her out 7-5, 6-4. And then we know that, yes, the title was just for her to win.
Okay, let's see how she celebrated. Let's see Sabalenka. Let's see how she celebrated. Yeah. She popped it. Let's see.
Yeah, champagne. I mean, yeah. That's what you do when you win.
When you win. Okay, so yeah, we are going to see Sabalenka now. She popping, pop, little pop, champagne. there she is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
I mean, what a way to do that. He's a second title in Melbourne. And if you take a look at what's actually going on around the world, she's a Belarusian, you know, one of those athletes that are not supposed to be competing, according to some people who feel sports and politics should be, you know, be together. Should be, exactly. So you have to separate it, and then players like this can't play. Imagine she wasn't here. I think Coco Gauff would have gone ahead to win her first title in Melbourne. But hey, this lady here, Arina Sabalenka, well-deserved. Also dropping a set, and right now just popping it in Melbourne, celebrating her title, the second in a row. Who does that?
Okay, it's not just on
the court. When was the last time they defended a title? Yes, no one has defended.
We are living still.
Like I said, if we go on to win this title, this AFCON.
You will bring clipper, you cut your hair. Simple.
This I'll cut my hair. I saw Victor's hairstyle. You will see.
You're cutting your hair. What's Victor's
hairstyle? Oh, yes, Sisi,
yeah, I think we just have to give it to Super Eagles. Just continue doing what you're doing. You know what you're doing, and you know how to beat the best.
Yes.
And if you guys are the best, obviously, you will beat the best. Morocco or any team that comes, the title, 11th of February. Maybe we have to celebrate here and pump some champagne, hopefully.
Exactly. By the time we're back here on Sunday, we should be talking semi-finals.
Yeah.
But then, as we go, as we drop this, as we bless Nigeria, come on, I go hold your waist. Let's get it. Let's close with that. Let's get it. Let's see our boys celebrating. I'm Ken Ochonogo. See you on Sunday.